in this video we are assembling the pumpkin envelope. So I've got all of the pieces laid out. This is one of the inserts. It's a vine. There are small leaves to attach to these leaves here, but if you wanted to skip that, if you didn't want to do these small pieces, I think that would be completely optional for you. I think it just adds a little more dimension. I've lightly inked the edges of all of my leaves with my Jumbo Java, and I feel like it just helps them stand out a little bit more as leaves. So I'm just using a little bit of glue. Doesn't take much to hold these on. And all of them are the same size except for that one little one. I don't know why I did that. And then you'll just glue that right here on its piece. So if you did this in brown like I did, and you wanted your vine to be brown and your leaves green, then you could just add the leaves directly to this piece. When you're gluing small pieces like this fine tip bottle really comes in handy because it doesn't put down too much glue. And let's see if I can get this on without making too much of a mess. Bit of glue. There. And then I also have little flowers, pumpkin blossoms, if you will, and I'm just using a stylus in the palm of my hand. And I'm going to put a few of these here and about, just to add a little more color. I made a mess with that one. There we are. And then I'm just going to go ahead and fold my tabs here and then set that aside. This piece is for the back. It's for your sentiment. So we'll just put that together. I have my pumpkin, and I think I want to use dimensional tape on him. I'm gonna glue the first piece flat you'll want to cut your base piece out of the color that you want the stem to be. So I want my stem brown, so I cut this piece out of brown. And then for the rest of these other two layers, I'm going to use my dimensional tape. And I'm using foam squares that I got from the Dollar Tree. Better put the needle in my glue. Okay. The more pointy bottom is the bottom of it. Goes like that. These are really sticky this time. There. And then I will just attach my leaf like that. Hopefully glue will hold it. I might need to use a small foam square. It's got too much dimension right there, and it's not able to stick. Since my glue is hanging over, I'm going to put some wet glue on that. That will take the sticky off of it, and I'll let that dry. Okay. So now I'm going to remove these pieces here. These are the pieces that make up the box. So we're just going to put this together. Making sure to get it straight. Okay. And now we're going to work on our panel pieces for the outside. There is a slight border all the way around. There you go. Okay. Now this piece lines up to the bottom, and then this one is centered inside of it, okay? That gives us the look of the envelope. Again, we're lining that up towards the bottom. And then these are the side panels. And we can go ahead and put this piece on the back. So this is the outside of the card. There we are. And you want to flip it over, and this piece goes on the inside. Okay. There we are. Okay, these go on the front, so we're gonna wait a minute on those. So there we have it. It's starting to come together now. So this is how they layer. The pumpkin is the front and the vines are the back. So we're gonna put the vines in first. We're just going to set those right in there and glue them into place. You're going to be careful of glue coming out because you don't want to glue this piece to the back because then your card won't open. We're going to do the same thing with this piece. We're going to lay it right where the back insert starts and then just close that up over it. Apply some good pressure so it's going to stay. And then we're going to put glue on these two tabs. And we're going to fold this over and just catch these right here, okay? Whoops. Make sure that you're stretching it all the way across if you've used foam tape like I did. Work it back and forth, and then we are going to put glue on this tab and close up our card. Okay, now for the front decoration, I'm gonna tone this green down a little bit with some brown. There we go. And I'm gonna glue this just right here. So I'm just gonna hit a couple of spots with glue. And I'm going to curl my leaf up a little bit. I'm just going to glue this one right here. I'm only going to put glue here on the end so that it stays up a little. It's too much. There we are. And I've got some flowers for the front too. It just let's see where I want them to be before I glue them down. I think that looks good. Just gonna add dot of glue and apply pressure here with my stylus. Oops. And I'm putting my hand inside the card to apply my pressure. And there it is. Once we get this one on, that is the pumpkin envelope card. Thank you for joining me.